What goes up must come down. That's Newton's law of gravity. And it may eventually apply to many of President Trump's tariffs. Well, here with more on this is Alexander Salter, economics professor at Texas Tech University. Professor Salter is also a researcher at the Free Market Institute, a fellow at the American Institute for Economic Research, and a Young Voices contributor. Trump's tariffs are still dominating the news and the markets, especially Wall Street. So short-term pain, long-term gain here. What are your thoughts?
I'm having a hard time seeing what the long-term gain could be. Keep in mind that we saw $10 trillion in global asset wealth wiped out in 72 hours as markets reacted catastrophically to these new and unnecessary taxes on trade. Now, I understand the administration's position. They want to shore up the defense industrial base. They say they want to renegotiate some trade treaties. But let's keep our eye on the ball here. A tariff is a tax. Taxes discourage the production and distribution of wealth. You cannot make your country richer by not trading with people. And yet this administration seems to think that throwing up trade barriers is somehow going to bring back manufacturing jobs as if it's 1950. It's not going to happen. All that's going to happen is that they're going to throw a wrench into the gears of the international economy, destroying trillions of dollars of wealth besides. So I have to hope that this is a negotiation ploy, even though the administration insists that it's not. But let's also keep in mind that this sort of method of negotiating tariffs, actually threatening and levying tariffs only to walk them back later, has a pretty mixed track record.
While many countries want to work a deal to negotiate lower rates, China boosted their tariffs against the U.S. This seems to be a poker game, only here lives, jobs, billions of dollars are at stake. What do you think is going to happen here? After all, China is our biggest trade partner.
It's a high-stakes game of chicken. And this, again, it's all about the international economy. Who's going to, quote unquote, win? But of course, that's the wrong way of looking at it, right? Economics is not a zero-sum game. Trade is not I win, you lose, or you win, I lose. Trade creates winners on both sides of the transaction. Now, I understand the concerns about trading with China, given the authoritarian nature of the Chinese Communist Party. And I'm actually very sympathetic to the idea that our trade policy should explicitly incorporate national defense considerations. So if that's the case and you want to promote a strategic decoupling from the Chinese economy for the purposes of promoting U.S. resilience, I'm open to that. But in which case, the tariffs on other countries, especially our allies, should be zero.